everyone. Before the video begins, I just want to say real quick that this video, during editing, I noticed that it was the victim of a technical problem that had popped up, which was a combination of a hard drive not failing, but a lot of videos had been corrupted and lost. That's why the video is so short. There's actually a bunch of clips missing from this, and I don't want to tear this apart for the 18th time to do this, to do the cable thing again. But for this video, there was a audio problem that kind of persists. It kind of sounds like an electronic interference. It's not coming from this. It's coming from the microphone I did use. I bought just for recording videos, and unfortunately that started a whole bunch of audio problems going back quite a few videos. Somebody might notice it in another video. Hopefully without the microphone this audio doesn't mess up, but yeah, that noise you're going to hear throughout this video once in a while is from the microphone. It's not coming from the interference from this, including the ending section that I had recorded afterwards, because I had something come up that I had to just get away from this real quick. But yeah, so hopefully I got my audio problem fixed, got my technical problem figured out, so this video should be the last video with the audio problem. Yeah, hope you enjoy the video, and thanks for watching. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I'm going to be doing a follow-up video to the Atari 2600 cable replacement that I did a couple months ago. In fact, I don't remember how long it's been since I've done it. But I've actually received a lot of comments and questions about this particular repair that I did. So I thought I would answer as many questions and comments as I can in this video, and kind of talk about the repair itself. Basically, this repair was me replacing the broken and damaged video cable with a generic composite, like RCA style cable, out of a set of composite wires. This was not a composite mod. I do have a composite mod sitting around for this particular machine. I just haven't gotten around to do it yet. Mainly because it works on coaxial, and I still have a perfectly functional CRT that has coaxial. In fact, I have another one right there, which is, that particular one is overkill. But this one works just fine for playing the Atari on. So it's still going to be on coaxial. Now, the day when this thing fails, or I just can't get a CRT or a TV in general, because unless TVs are coming with coaxial, then I may do a composite mod on this. But for right now, it's fine on coaxial. So this repair wasn't about trying to get a better picture. It was just trying to get a picture in general. Because, like I said in that video before, the story I got from my dad, whose Atari this was that the family dog had a toy wrapped around, somehow got the cable wrapped around the toy and chewed it in half, and they just wrapped the wires together and electrical taped it and called it good. And as you can see, the picture is fine now. That's because when I was talking about it in that previous video, the cable actually had finally broke. So basically I had to hold the wire together, and the picture quality was extremely staticky, kind of like that. Okay, so the rest of the video is going to be hopefully a close-up shot of the TV here, and hopefully it doesn't screw up the recording. So as you can see, the video cable is extremely unstable, and the sound is staticky at best. And oops, here is the wire right here. As you can see, I've kind of just got it spun together to kind of hold it. And you can see from the picture, it's not bad. But we're going to see if this is going to make it better, including the sound. So let's put a game in that actually has good sound. That way we can compare it. Raiders of the Lost Ark has a pretty good intro, and it has a consistent looping song, so So the sound isn't too bad until it starts going glitchy, and then it kind of gets staticky. There's like a staticky undertone to it. Here's a better look at the focus. Oops. At the old cable, and my camera's not wanting to focus very good right now. Fine, whatever. But yeah, basically this thing got broken, and they twisted the ground wire together and twisted the signal wire together, and just hope for the best that it would work. And it did. And as you can see from the video, that's basically what I had to deal with when I was playing this after my dad refound it in the closet. And here's the cable I used, which is just a generic RCA style composite wire that I cannibalized, and I peeled this off. So let's put this back in and see if there's a both video and sound quality, because that's kind of what the whole point of this video is. Okay, let's see what happens. Move this a little bit closer. This was just a real quick short video to kind of answer a few questions about the video cable replacement I did. I don't have my phone or computer in front of me right now, but somebody asked if there was a sound improvement out of the video improved. And I'm going to go ahead and say that yes, there's a sound improvement, but I don't know if it's because the cable was damaged and had some interference and just basically a corrupted signal, or if the newer cable actually does provide a newer, because it's newer, provide a better sound. Because let's face it, this old cable here is over 40 years old, which, well, it's over 30 years old anyway. I actually don't remember when the wood grain model came out. I'm actually working on a script for a retrospective of the Atari 2600 and to review a few games. So I don't remember exactly when this revision came out. I believe it was like 80, I want to say it was like 85, I believe was the 4-switch wood grain model. But yeah, the original cable was over 30 years old. So the shielding might have been broken and corrupted. Now, had the cable not been basically bitten in half by the dog, I wouldn't have to replace it, but I'm not sure if it would have improved the video signal or sound signal. I guess the only way for me to know that would be as if I had another Atari 2600 with an intact video cable and swap cables like I did with this and see if it improves the sound or video, which I actually did pick up a second one of these, which is an interesting story. It's the same place I got the NES system back here. I gave it to my brother-in-law because we both collect games, and he was actually looking for Atari, so I gave him that one. And I know somebody's going to ask, well, why didn't I keep that one and repair this one for him? Well, this is my dad's original one that he had growing up, and I have memories of playing with this specific one, which, yeah, I guess it's nostalgia why I wanted to keep this particular one, even though they were identical. Someone also asked if there was any interference issues, because this was shielded against RF frequencies and from against receiving and transmitting interference, technically, because even though it was shielded against it, this still had to accept interference. That's kind of the way that a lot of the FCC regulations work, is that it doesn't have to, but if it does, it has to allow it. Well, allow the interference. And these newer RCA cables use a completely different type of signaling, which is why there wouldn't be that much interference. So I'm going to speculate on why I about the radio frequency interference with this. And I'm not a electronics very knowledgeable in that kind of field in terms of radio frequency and EMF emissions, but I think there might be some kind of interference. On one hand, there'd be some kind of interference because the cable isn't directly shielded for it. So had I used a composite cable, say this was like 1986 or 87 or even the early 90s, and replaced the cable doing the same method, I could see there being interference because you still had things like the NES had an RF modulator, so it had an RF cable. The Super Nintendo, the Genesis had them. The Atari 7800 at the time had one. Technically speaking, the PlayStation, Sega Saturn, and even the N64 had RF modulators. So if you had a bunch of RF wires running going into the same television, I could see if you had them all plugged into the same power strip and had them powered on all at the same time. Not that you would, but that way you could just switch between game console and game console. I could see there being interference with this type of wire because it's not shielded specifically against RF emissions. But considering that most things don't run on this and don't use that type of radio frequency anymore, I don't see there being that big of a issue with interference. I mean, obviously, if you're having a retro game room and you have the old RF wire running with other things that run on RF, like I have it running against my NES, I'm pretty sure I didn't notice any difference when I had them both powered on. But that's because they're on the same. I actually have the Atari's video signal plugged into the cable in, the coaxial in on the Atari or the Nintendo's RF modulator. What you would plug the antenna in and it would act as a pass through. I have it plugged into that because I intended to have them on a splitter of some kind, and when I get to that point and get it correctly wired in, I'll kind of show it off, or kind of show it anyway, because I kind of want to do at some point show the NES working too. There was interference clearly because the Atari was running through the same RF modulator as the Nintendo's was. I did notice it then because it was on the same RF modulator, but that's also because that's the easiest way I got this all to work, because I also had another problem with this, and that was the original power cable here. The original power brick died, which might have been another issue for video being degraded. So I had to grab a power brick from a parts box and cut and splice wire to get to work, but that's not involved with this video. But yeah, as for the interference, I don't feel that'd be that big a deal right now because even the antenna frequency you get, like if you put an aerial antenna up on your house, you plug it into a television, those are now a digital signal that's being sent. It's not analog anymore. So as for interference, I don't think interference would be an issue, but it might also be an issue because it's not shielded directly for it. So if you have a lot of these RF-based consoles all put in the exact same time, running to the same television, there might be some interference issues. Or if you have some other device that outputs a powerful enough RF frequency, it might cause interference with it. But I haven't noticed any. But then again, I'm down in a basement, so it's a little extra shielded from that. So yeah, this thing is now done, fully repaired, new power cable, which I did not show. Just to get this thing working again, just so I can show the cable working in this video, answer a few questions about it. So yeah, this thing is now done. The next time you see it will be a retrospective video, review video, and I might even review a few games because I've got a fair few. Not a whole lot, but I got a few. So yeah, with that being said, thanks for watching the video. If you like this short little video, or videos like this, hit the like button. So hit the subscribe button to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload more videos. Videos in terms of time when they're coming out. This one's coming out before a video I recorded before it, in which that video I explain why I didn't have any videos out this basically for an entire month. I'm trying to get back to a better schedule, but I had some things pop up that kind of kept me from even coming down here to even record anything like this. Basically sat disassembled on my workbench for like 3 weeks. I had the old cable sitting right next to it so I could plug in and out. But because of some things that popped up, I never got it going. So anyway, so videos coming out are off right now. Anyway, enough rambling. Again, thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe. Comment down below if you had any thoughts or even questions about this or anything like that. Or if you wanted to see a specific Atari game reviewed, then if I have it, I'll review it. So, thanks for watching the video, and see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.